These are devotions for people at a social distance. Which vaccine should I get? Which vaccine are they giving out at this place or that place? This is a discussion that seems to be happening a lot these days. And of course, we all are talking about vaccines and getting back people vaccinated, and that is all for the good. But there is a certain somewhat disturbing tendency of people wanting to be choosy about their vaccinations and wanting to get this one or that one because of comparative efficiency or suspected or reported risks. And people, as a result, there's been vaccination slots that have not been filled as people have canceled or not showed up because they're being choosy. And in some ways, in many ways, this is not surprising because you know what? We live in a culture that is built around choice and consumer choice. And, that is how we are told again and again that we exercise our freedom, our individuality by the choice of things that we consume. Of course, people are going to begin to think about vaccination in much the same way because that's how we think about everything. But of course, this is a really big problem. If this slows down people actually getting vaccinated, it can cause death. It can cause sickness, as we do not vaccinate as many people as really need to be vaccinated. And as some people are being choosy, other people, like frontline workers, are in the path of real danger and are not able to be vaccinating. And these are the kinds of things that deeply disturb me these days, and I kind of hope they deeply disturb you these days. If there's a biblical passage that comes to mind that sort of illustrates where we are right now, it is from Acts chapter 10, starting in verse 9, and it's about this vision that Peter has. So Peter is hungry. He is waiting for lunch, basically, and he goes up to spend some time in prayer. He goes up on the roof to pray, and as he's there, he sees this large sheet coming down from being lowered from the heavens, and on it are all sorts of animals and birds and reptiles. And he hears this command. This is all in a vision. Get up, Peter, kill and eat. So Peter has an urgent need. He has an urgent need for food, and he has this vision about, well, he should just get food into himself, just do it. But here's the problem. Peter has lived all of his life. He's a Jew. He's lived all of his life within a culture and a society that tells him that his identity, his very being, is defined by being very choosy about what kinds of meats that he can eat, that he can only eat some, and that if he fails and eats the wrong kinds, he's no longer a good Jew. He loses his identity. That choice that he's lived with all of his life defines so much of who he is. And so he hesitates. He says, well, I can't. I got to be choosy. That's just who I am. And the vision disappears and is repeated 3 times. And the message is clear. There's something more important going on here than you exercising this choice that has been imposed upon you in society. And of course, it all leads to how he's supposed to deal with the Gentiles who are invited to come to Jesus and all of that. But the vision, I think, sort of speaks to where we are right now. You want to know the truth? You know what the best vaccine for you to have? The one that's in your arm. They are all extraordinarily better than getting COVID-19. They are all, any risks that they have are minuscule in comparison to the risks that you are facing by getting and spreading COVID-19. We all need to be prioritizing getting whatever vaccine we are able to and doing it as soon as possible. We need to sublimate this consumer culture because, just as God was saying to Simon Peter, there is something more important going on here than just you exercising your identity and your personal freedom by choosing as a consumer what vaccine you're going to get. That's the thought that's on my mind today. Lord our God, let's get those vaccines into arms as quickly as possible. We pray that those bottlenecks, those slow ups would be cleared. We pray for the changes of policy that may be necessary in order for that to happen, but also especially the change in attitudes in people as they think about vaccination. Amen.